Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rose, Cooking with Rose International Cuisine. Today I'm going to show you how I make my moist banana bread bun cake all in one. I like a lot of bananas and I like them very ripe, dark like you can see here. And whenever I do that, if I put a lot more bananas in it, I prefer to use a bun pen like this. It actually will cut the cooking time by a few minutes. So today we're going to show you how to do all this from start to finish in 1 hour. So let's begin.
So here are the specifics for this recipe. You need 2 full cups of very ripe mashed bananas. Depending on the size, you may need 4 to 6 bananas. Do not overmash. Leave chunks of bananas as you can visibly see in this delicious slice of banana bun bread. Overripe bananas are best due to several reasons. They are rich in antioxidants, they are super moist, and naturally sweet, so you can use less sugar. Here are the dry ingredients. 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, leveled, 1/2 cup white sugar, 1/2 cup firmly packed brown sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon salt. Here are the wet ingredients. 1 stick or 1/2 cup unsalted butter, softened at room temperature, 2 eggs, room temperature, 1/2 cup buttermilk, room temperature, 2 tablespoon oil, and 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. And of course, you need a Bundt cake pan. A standard 10-inch pan is perfect. I use a non-stick Bundt pan and it works great every time. Nothing sticks when I flip over the banana bread. A Bundt pan, as opposed to a narrow 9x5 bread loaf pan, will cut the cooking time by easily 15 to 25 minutes. It also cooks the bread much more evenly due to the central tube or chimney. When making a much more dense banana bread, such as the one I'm making right now, a Bundt cake pan works great every time. Now that you have gathered all the ingredients, stop the video. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit right now if you haven't already. As the oven is preheating, let's start with the dry ingredients. Into the bowl of 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, stir in 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Mix well with a fork or whisk so all dry ingredients are well incorporated. Once done, set aside. Next, let's scrape the butter and sugars. For the best and quickest result, ingredients should be at room temperature. If you don't have time to let the butter sit for a bit to come to room temperature, cut it up into small pieces and carefully microwave for a few seconds at a time, flipping the pieces a couple of times, making sure they're getting soft but not melting. You can use a basic electric mixer as in the video or a food processor. Here's a tip. For a single recipe, it's better to use a medium or smaller bowl as opposed to a large bowl. Due to the smaller space, the butter and sugars will blend and cream a lot faster when they are close together instead of being spread out in a much larger bowl. Always begin at a lower speed, gradually increase the speed. Scrape the sides of the bowl from time to time to make sure all ingredients are incorporated. This step only took me 3 minutes. Once it is creamed, transfer the mixture into a large mixing bowl. Your next step is to gather the rest of the wet ingredients. Into the large bowl with the creamy sugar and butter mixture, add in 2 eggs. Remember, for the best result, the eggs and all ingredients should be at room temperature. Then add in 1 teaspoon vanilla and 2 tablespoons oil. Mix on low to medium speed just until blended for a few seconds. Do not overmix. Once that is done, pour in buttermilk and again, mix until just blended without overmixing. It is important not to overmix in this recipe in order to obtain the best consistency and result. Scrape the sides of the bowl a couple of times, making sure all ingredients are well incorporated. Once done, remove the electric mixer as you are done with it and set the wet mixture aside. Let's now prep the bananas. Depending on the size of the bananas, You need between 4 to 6 bananas to fill up 2 full cups. First, remove the peel and any unwanted layers, then transfer the bananas into a separate bowl. Then, using a fork or potato masher, mash the bananas gently, leaving some small chunk pieces. Do not overmash and do not turn this into a soup. Then pour the mashed bananas into your measuring cup. In this video, I first mashed 4 medium-sized bananas, but ended up having to add a 5th banana to fill up 2 cups. Once done, set it aside. The next 2 steps are just as important as all the other previous steps. First, pour in mashed bananas into the previously blended wet ingredients. Remember, you are done with the electric mixer. So with a wooden spoon or spatula, simply fold and stir in the bananas until everything is well blended. Once that is done, fold in the flour mixture. Pour in a little bit at a time or pour all in like I'm doing here. The key is to fold in and blend gently without overmixing. Keep blending and folding until all the wet and dry ingredients are well incorporated. Do not overmix and do not beat the batter. Scrape the sides of the bowl from time to time to make sure everything is incorporated. The final batter mixture should have a thick, gooey texture and not runny or soupy. Once that's done, let's prep the Bundt pan. If you have a non-stick pan like this one here, simply spray some Pam or brush a little bit of butter or oil all around, including around the center tube. If your pan is not a non-stick, in addition to the butter or oil, make sure to dust some flour to make sure the pan won't stick and you can easily flip over the bread later. Then pour in the batter and make sure it is even as possible as you go around. What I typically do is to shake the pan to even the batter out. Wipe any spills or messes, as it is easy to do so with the center tube or chimney in the middle. If you measure out all the ingredients and follow this recipe step by step, the batter should fill up about half of the 10-inch Bundt pan. We are now ready to bake. Place the pan on the center rack of your 325 degrees Fahrenheit preheated oven. Depending on your pan and oven, the final product should be ready between 40 and 45 minutes. Check after 35 minutes. You can insert a toothpick, a metal knife, or a metal fork. If any of these come out clean, the banana bread is done. Then take it out of the oven and let it cool off for a few minutes before flipping it over onto a serving plate or dish.
So there you have it, guys. I baked this delicious banana bun bread cake all in one with 2 cups of mashed bananas, chunky mashed bananas, in 45 minutes. And I let it sit for just about 15 minutes or so. And right after I took it out, I just used a fork, work it through, and it's clean, so it's done. You don't have to wait for an hour and 15 minutes to bake this. In 45 minutes, it is done. It's gonna be very, very delicious. My kid's gonna eat all of this in just one day or less. When they come home from school, this will be gone. And so let's take it out. Perfect. Oh my God. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that the most gorgeous banana bun bread you've ever seen? This is going to be moist, delicious, with a lot of bananas in it. And if you serve this at a party, your friend's going to ask for the recipe and they're going to want more. So all I have to do now is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of confectionate sugar on it to pretty up a little bit. And you don't have to do that. You can eat this just like that. And voila. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? This is so good. It smells so good. My kitchen smells so good. I got to cut this, definitely, and take a piece for me. Oh, that just looks so delicious. It looks so delicious and so moist. So let's give it a try. It's fluffy. It doesn't feel heavy. Full of bananas. Delicious. Just absolutely delicious. Perfect for snack or with a cup of coffee or tea. So give it a try. Follow the way I do it step by step, and you're going to come up with the perfect banana bun bread each and every time. I hope you like my channel and subscribe. If you have any questions, just send me a line, and I'll see you soon. So peace, love, and see you soon.